quests. Open this, give a new tab. Main scenario quests. Stormblood 4.0. I don't know why it was so hard for me to try to figure out that we were 4.0. Copy. Do. Blue sky. Post. Treads. As we now say that Bob is just Bob, because he doesn't have a Threads profile. Then I post to the Discords, like this one here, and this one here. Post that one there, just in case. You never know. You never know. And then, hey Natara. Sorry, I was just finishing sending out the chats, the tweets. All right. Oh yeah, we were getting ready to run back. So, Natara, I can't do too much of it now that we are in public eye. But I can't get that software to work for the life of me. I should do a clean out of my bags, huh? Like, look at all this. I will try to hit you up after. It might have to be like a much later thing if I ever remember. Because I've got work right after. Like, basically, as soon as I go off air here, I've got the work. How are you doing, Natara? Also, Jolan True Internet. I've Done my, what are they called? Star Trek dailies already today. So big ups to me for that. The rest of this crap can just stay for now. Oh, that's what I was doing, because I was going to do this. Oh, go back to the inventory. I don't like in the interface here that when I go to sell a green or a blue item, it forces me to click all the way on the other side of the screen. Does that make sense? Am I just being like super nitpicky about that? Also, there's a lot to this game I apparently missed in my first playthrough. Alright, so which one's M8N? Because I still haven't gotten a knack for the Howling Blade, okay. I still haven't gotten the knack for any of the and tell me if I'm crazy, Natara, but after Bob's discussion on Friday about how he enjoyed the styling, the styling of those enemies in the Castrum like genetics labs, that he won't like the Gundam raid series, and we might actually have to try to unlock those and do those a couple of times. The weapons: ruby weapon, diamond weapon, sapphire weapon, emerald weapon.
Hello.
Jolan True.
Jolan True, friend. I am currently logging in. Yeah, sorry for being a little late. Hi, Natara. I was, getting ready to come in, going to use the restroom, so I use the restroom, and then I came back and it's like, your computer is installing updates.
77 of them?
And no, because it doesn't give you an amount anymore.
Mm.
But it does that thing where it sits at like you're at 30%.
You're at 99%.
It just sits there for like Lord knows how long.
and then all of a sudden it says you're at 99%. You go, wait a minute,
Yeah.
what happened to the
Yeah.
other 69%?
And then when I finally got into my computer, it was like, Discord is installing updates. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I'm in.
Because we just talked to Frank.
Yes, we did just talk to Frank, didn't we?
Yep, and now we got to run back and go talk to the people of the village that, hey, guess what? You're not getting any more shit anymore.
Is Jordan very quiet on the stream as well?
I don't know. Wait for Natara to respond to whether or not I'm being quiet.
Old stream is quiet, so I pump up my master volume, but he's not quiet, isn't he? Cool. Alright.
Alright. Bob in the dope red mage gear. Tar says they got 3 levels on their red mage in the last few days. Might even have the hang of playing it. So you haven't slept in 3 days if you've gotten 3 levels on a character, Natara?
It depends on what level they are. Alright. Get you in the party, shall we? And then we are off to
Speak with Sugar.
speak with Cigar. Interesting.
Speak with Cigar in the most annoying roundabout pathing we have to do.
Way up and then all the way down.
5-foot loading screen.
Love how that's become the. Yeah, roulettes when you're at that level are pretty quick. I love how 5-foot loading screen has become one of enduring memes of our.
I don't know why, but I had to open a door like in real life recently, and I would just sing song to myself, 5 foot loading screen as I was opening a door. Because the inconvenience of having to open a door. Boom, boom.
Smoking a cigar. Find any sign of the mushrooms? Was paid to come here by an Imperial turncoat? They worked at a labor camp? No, it can't be. A bottle of arak. My son said. He said someday we'd. Never mind about the merchant. Here, it's not much, but you deserve it. Thank you for this. Should we talk to Lise?
Yep.
I understand that he's been away a long time. He probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata.
So if we wanted to, we can finish this quest, get the ether current at the end of it, go get the last ether current, and then we can fly around wherever the hell we want.
Mm-hmm.
Just till we get to the next zone.
Wait. My view only feels like I'm being watched. I know there's Imperials or bandits, but there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. This must be that plot line that came out of nowhere last stream.
There's a gang of suspicious Utes over here.
Suspicious Utes?
Suspicious Utes.
Talking to them.
Seven Hells, she's seen us. Sod it. Dead as good as alive to the Imperials. What up? Y'all made a huge mistake today. Just gonna put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. Balamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults, in fact. Some of their faces look familiar. Barely adults, in fact. Some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when they were looking for Stark. They thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh, gods. Alizé and Alphinaud could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. What's this all about? You look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata. We thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Oh, you were fine. The twins are at Stark's. As they was asleep, last I checked. I'm sorry, did you see you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Cass from Albania? God's damn fools. Leah, you overheard you talking. The ones who attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers. I thought so. There's always a young one. Ones who only ever known the occupation, the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials. Everybody knows it. Children growing up knowing it. They pounded it into their skulls the best way they can hope for it to serve an Imperial officer. Lady Foos, after everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging for the right fight for the resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of the Castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you've got some who can wait to spit in a soldier's eye. But they'll get beaten for their trouble or worse. Even so, the ones that don't fight back and refuse to beg, but they just starve. Beat the dog that beats his master's hand, ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman grew up knowing that he has ever got any. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to, but remember that.
As soon as we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these Zeus that the things do not have to be this way.
Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a home for ourselves. Together. Better home than they've ever known. Alrighty. The lady in red. Lisa has a proposal. Christopher has a lawsuit. I've been thinking, if Alizé needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Ralgus Reach. She can receive much better care there after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania.
Indeed, given what Mistress Rude has told us, I would rather she did not remain here.
Then it's settled. Now go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Adventurers, would you mind going ahead and telling Aurelia that we're on our way? The bed waiting for Alizé when she arrives. Thank you!
Alright, Arella. Do you require assistance? Very well. We will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? There. All Chris has been freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right. We're bringing her in.
didn't realise I've been muted. Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble.
What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Orella, please. You need your rest.
I know. Anything's of trial. She'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I.
Ha! Chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard, for both of us.
They're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Venturers, I have a favour to ask. Do you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. I'm sorry, Lise, I just don't care. What have you been up today, Natara? Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck off. Hey, gang. What if at the beginning of Stormblood, we made Lise look hotter? What do you mean we didn't make her look hot enough? Let's make her look even more hot. I don't know what to say.
Silence.
I can't, because at least it's got pants.
Not quite your style?
Sure. I'll say not quite your style. No? Working a radar, trying to get an M5S clear. I have a really dumb question in a moment, Natara. Why are you holding a weapon? You're a monk.
It's a punching dagger. It's a monk weapon.
Oh, okay. lady, you're dead before you leave the ground. Shut the fuck up. All right. When Jordan's done with the cutscene.
Alright, I'm done.
All right, the dumb question is, why do you need a raid ult? Isn't the whole point of this game that all of the classes can be done by one character? But the looting can't be. Oh, okay. So it's just an ult rather than just like a raid ult. Okay, got it. Yeah, no, I understand that, Natara. It's just the way that you were talking about it made it sound like you were leveling it for having a specific role within the raid. In practice without hurting your team. Yeah. Okay. Alright, talking to Elise. Maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you. You're the best kind of friend. I can't even read that sentence with a straight face. You're the best kind of friend. The kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. That was funny. Right, upon the Great Lock's shore. Elise is feeling relaxed and refreshed. Now that Alizé settled in, it's time we rejoined the fight. But actually, maybe you and Alphino should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers. That might take a while. Wasn't there a whole plot line that came out of nowhere last stream about us being followed by a pair of people?
Yeah, we just handled that.
That was a lot more than a pair of people. But, okay, if we think that's what they meant. Alright, talk to Alpha now. Alright, awful nerd.
Ah, there you are. What was it that Lise wanted of you? To jump my bones, apparently. Aha! A spying match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. She is right. We have lingered here long enough. I'm ready to depart when you are.
Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
And you'd better not rise from that bed until you're given express permission to do so. Orianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way.
Alright, so do we want to go get this other ether current?
Sure.
Alright, where is it?
It is... Stand right there.
Saint Slayer. Ragnfrind would like to introduce you to an old friend.
Fancy yourself as our village savior, do you? If you truly mean what you say, I have a mind to introduce you to someone. His name's Saya. He used to be one of the quarry's finest workers, he did. Keeps fighting the good fight to restore Alagana to its former glory, but I do worry about the toll it must be taken on a man of his years. Have a chat with him if you're interested in helping.
Thank you for coming. Still waiting for a few more of the villagers to arrive. Old Burger's treating us to another one of his speeches, I see. How long do you plan to continue living in abject squalor, I ask you? High time we brought back the quarry that once made you proud to hail from Alagrana. Some of you may be too young to remember. This quarry used to mean everything to this village.
Bloody hells. When is this old codger going to stop harping on about the good old days? Time you opened your eyes, you daft bugger.
Time's long since passed when you could sell the stone here for a decent amount of gil. It's about time you face facts. There's no coin to be had in sweating away your life in some bloody quarry. I'll be better served going out and hunting my own food. Just hear me out. If you don't give up on the quarry, then you'll be giving up on the village itself. Even the hardest of rocks will break if you keep chiseling away at it. Life's the same. That character's name's Sweet Love.
Grandfather, that's enough. I can't tell you how no one here would claim to be happy with their lot. There's nothing that can be done. Your monsterating with everybody is hardly going to do any good.
Sweet Love. Well, what do you bloody expect with that attitude? No one's going to work to improve things when even my own granddaughter has next to no motivation.
There's a reason you don't see much quarrying going on anymore. There's no demand for it. We can get by just fine with the stones we gathered in the past, and those we salvaged from ruined buildings. Prosperity doesn't lie in wait for us at the quarry, only monsters. It's about time you realize we're lucky to be alive these days. Come on, grandfather, let's go home.
Blast, the girl understands nothing. Of course everything's going to seem pointless if you're only sleepwalking through life. And who in the hell's are you anyway? I ain't doing this for your amusement. I am indeed the sayer you speak of. Dragonfleet sent you my way, did he? So you're the lasses we have to thank for saving Wakata. Tell you've more fire in your belly than this entire village. I should be able to see I'm not as crazy as these buggers think me. Al Ghahana owns everything to the quarry. These stones we extracted were solid and pleasing on the eye to boot. We even supplied the stone used to build the palace. Ah, those are the days. It was the Imperial invasion that changed everything. Those bastards brought stone structures. Thought stone structures barbaric, favouring their cold, tasteless metallic buildings instead. They say it looks civilised. The final blow to our way of life came when Garlemald began recruiting our youth for his own army. We lost just as many to the rebel cause. With no one left to turn to the quarry, it slowly fell into ruin. It's now overrun with beasties. Few of us that remain have been left to eke out a living using any means we can. I swear on Rolga's very name. If we could just take back the sleeping stones, this whole village would be brim with vitality again. I just need someone that proves the beasts are gone from the quarry, and the village would surely see fit to help me restore its former glory. I know there's a lot to ask of a complete stranger, but it's not as if I'm spoiled for choice right now. Would you be able to rid the quarry of those damn monsters and bring me back 2 Uralith soulstones? I'll be forever in your debt. Oh, Uraliths.
I just want to point out how far away this quarry is from this village.
Yep. So, fun fact, I had to go to this quarry as part of my Red Mage quest line.
Uh-huh.
And I think you're going to quite enjoy what Uraliths are.
Latar says, if I disappear for a bit, we have a tornado warning here right now.
Okay, okay. Just in case Uralith. These things are so fucking dumb. It's a quarry. Get it? It's about making blocks of stone.
Yep.
Nice to see you return. Even nicer if you happen to be in possession of certain stones. Yes, this is exactly what I was after. Let's waste no time showing them to the others. It's been far too long since the last ray of hope shone in the villagers' miserable lives. With that, we're fucking out of here.
Shoo.
Fucking out. Get flying, nerd. Right? Do we still need to go through the fucking
No, we can actually fly over it now.
5-foot loading screen?
No, we can now fly over the 5-foot loading screen if I remember correctly. Like that is the dumbest part about about the existence of that whole gateway. Because
It doesn't need to be there.
Because if you go, like, I've got it up on my screen now. If you
Yeah.
go around the south end, around where Coldhearth was, from Kashmir, you can just drop down into Alagiri.
Yeah.
And then once you get flying, you can just fly over it. Like, there is...
Ah.
Alright, Pippin. Your return. How fares your sister, Alphino? Her rapier wit remains undulled, for better or for worse. Have there been any developments in our absence? I am proud to say that Kashimabania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistribute them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordola's command passed through the Castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Trial! It has to be her! In all likelihood, yes. We'll be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Aragor's Beacon.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
An Alamegan folk dress. How very fitting, and well-fitting, I might add.
I wanted to do something for Yida and myself.
That's it. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Kryl. Yep.
Now we got to remember who was voicing who. Let's do like 8 more quests.
Woot woot.
Again, are we not going to address the preternaturally quick woman with the weird eye?
Nope.
No one's going to bring it up?
Nope. Who's good with swords?
Fucking good with swords. So the Chocobo Cube is all the way at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I think so.
But it is. I just talked to them.
Oh, okay. Alright, we get this thing.
Yep.
Say hi to Bob's girlfriend. Hi, Bob's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Alright. Alpha node.
All right, awful nerd.
The stage is set, and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were here with us today?
Ah, fuck, I'm dead.
Alright, Alphino.
Or he'd be like, oh, my magic card is shit. Alright, awful nerd. The key to victory. Awful nerd remains concerned for his dear friend. That hood is really bad. That's awful. Who designed that and went, yeah, we should put that in the video game? I'm proud of myself. I just thought it was funny.
For all our other accomplishments, Kral remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if I, could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken into the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could... Oh. You knew. You could just ask me. Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration. Simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She's being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Rager, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue the Garleans with the powers to manipulate ether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What?
Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan quarter. This just gives us a reason to do it faster.
I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault was on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised.
I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men. Get an idea about how to get in the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself.
It's been a while. I'll take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it.
Al Ghahana, am I right?
Aye, Whisker's the name. I was raised in the Peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Any road, I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan corridor by way of the Loch Seld.
What? How?
It was a story my mum told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see, and how they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was so full of salt.
They were drawing salt water from the locks. That means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something.
Aye, that's it, but it won't be as simple as going for a swim. We have magic swimming powers. The well was cruel as sea. Apparently, Theodric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. Made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working in the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous.
Don't you worry about that. We're used to dangerous.
Are we used to it?
Or do you mean, the adventurers are used to it?
Yep.
Nargo and Ardenfall will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. Right? Let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mum said Grandad kept the key. Oh, that's you.
My mom said Grandad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it then, well...
And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready? We have to deal with a few Imperial patrols. Worse. We've walked past it. We don't need to backtrack to kill one fucking mob. Come back.
But Bob, how are we supposed to let people know that the road is dangerous if we don't fight every mob that spawns on it? We're here, but this is right. Where is everyone? Word of Alliance is advanced, but surely have reached their ears.
Search the 2 barrels. Now what?
There's lumber up the stairs from the barrels.
Stay for some time.
There's masonry over by Lise
Yep,
and...
I just spotted that coming down. Been undisturbed for some time.
Oh. There's a device outside of that building.
Ah, around the corner.
That's a
Good
trap.
place. I mean, it's sure sound. It's a trap. Oh no, whatever will I do? Walkers. I'm supposed to be keeping someone alive and I don't know where they are. They're not even marked on the map. In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a labourer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sally Monastery. That's to the south. I'll lead the way. But after that ambush, you won't. It's too dangerous. Lita, we may have to deal with... I didn't get all of that.
We'll follow you. Keep your eyes peeled for more Magitech.
Wait, but where are we going? Just south? It'd be so much easier if I could fucking now. Huh. That's the Sally Monastery.
Ezekiel. Hello, Chaos Friendo.
Apparently Natara always forgets about this this outfit that Thancred wears. Does he get enough? I mean, Lisa's gotten like 4 outfits in this expansion alone, so... Something tall, dark, and imperial appears to be blocking the entrance.
Hello, Chaos Friendo.
Yep. The War Master of the 14th Crusade is here.
Indeed.
getting up after that. Now let's find our man. Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Jordan's so bored of it, yawning.
Mm-hmm. One second, folks. I need to take care of something real quick.
All right. Jordan stepping away. I'll be back in a moment as well.
Alright. Where we at? This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. What? What? It's me, Whisker, your grandson.
Whisker, Byronga, is it really you? Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. Oh, these other ones.
The Resistance, Grandhead. My comrade in arms.
I told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Daft sods never caught me either. Wasn't much, but it's my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspiration. Here, make our family proud.
I will. I swear. Raga is my witness. Alright, Lise.
Get you back in the party.
I'll join your party at the end of the conversation, but now that I've got it up.
Okay. I was worried when he wasn't at the Saltery, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. This should be the beginning of the Resonant.
Yep.
Are we finally going to address the preternaturally fast lady?
Of course not.
Lisa's in the mood for a swim. We need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Lisa and me, thanks to the Kojine's blessing. But for the rest of you...
I'll have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
What are you, Guybrush Threepwood?
Apparently. I think it is best that I support Monago and Ironvald's unit.
Oh, right. You can't swim.
I am aware of that, thank you, but it's neither here nor there, given that I lack both Kojine's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. We are going to address his lung capacity, though, apparently.
Yeah. Right, of course. I didn't mean anything by it. Nothing at all. So, adventurers, Thancred, and me. Let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whisker can... Oh, I'm sure we are. Yeah, I wonder how he got to be able to breathe for so long. Alphino and Whisker can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Did we? We didn't, did we? No information to display about how to get
Well, I just
travel.
clicked on the compass, and there's one to the south, but don't know how to get over to that.
Up that road. Out the back of the monastery here.
Oh, literally out the back of the monastery.
Right, so now what is it telling us?
5 quests for exploration.
How are there 5 quests and 4 explanation? We're 3 quests from the end of the .0 patch.
Well, it looks like 2 of
And the
them.
last one does give us an ether current, so
Yes, last one gives us the ether current. 2 unlock after. Oh, haha. 2
that
should have
last
already.
doesn't sound very convincing.
2 should have already unlocked, and then 2 will unlock after. Not this. And 2 quests.
Yeah, there's 2 back at Porta Pretoria. From the looks of things.
Yep.
It's a zoo out there and a right to rest.
Yep. Those look like it.
Okay. What time is it? 4:12. You want to just push on with the plot?
Yeah, let's push on with the plot. Finish the .0 story. We'll grab the flying if we have time today. If not, we'll start next stream before we get into .1.
Yeah.
Because there's a dungeon and a trial.
Yeah, that's
at the
what I
end
was
of
thinking.
this.
And we're gonna have to do some fucking bollocks where we have to go get ether for Sid to break down whatever's going on with these fucking supermen, the same way we have for every other fucking expansion so far, I'm guessing.
Probably.
The end of 2.0. Well, we need to build an etheric ram. End of 3.0. Well, we need to build an etheric ram, but different. End of 4.0. Another more different etheric device. I'm beginning to see the scriptwriter's plans here.
They have plans?
Apparently so. This looks as good a place as any. Ere you dive deep into the briny deep. Oh, it's the traitor. What are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus I did hasten to your side. When Mistress Alize unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease which Forolda, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believe to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural prescience. Glad someone was fucking paying attention. Jesus Christ. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Wait, isn't that Moonbreeder's? The etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. Don't you include me in this shit, Natara. It was Moonbreeder's time, not yours, my friend. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Return. We will. For you, And for her. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. I have some opinions. This might shock you to learn. How do we dive down again?
Control space.
Aha. Whee! So, I know I made a joke about how at the end of every expansion so far we've needed some etheric doohickey to actually, like, complete the plot. But, what?
It just... I think I know where you're going.
Like, it feels really cheap to just be handed it from off screen. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, for the last, like, 3 or 4 hours of gameplay, you, the player, have been asking, why are we not addressing the preternaturally fast woman? Why are we not addressing the preternaturally fast woman? And the game's went, we did it off screen, don't worry about it. This time, Lisa the East. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting.
That's because Thancred actually has to hold his breath. He doesn't. He doesn't have gills.
We don't have magic. He doesn't have magic. I mean, quite literally. These here stairs. I mean, this is just a big empty space, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can mount inside.
Yep.
What is going on? Ooh, that was fun. Golden friend.
Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway?
Still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. I feel like we're down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we three are on our own. To be best interest to avoid guards and easily start with small folk.
This is another one of those stupid fucking stealth missions. Obviously, but our guests have arrived. We'll be free to once our guests have arrived, we're free to head towards the research facility where trials being held as loudly as we like. You've been here before. Will you lead the way?
Of course, but I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind.
Nothing left to say then. Let's get to it. All set? Oh, good. Actually, I just realised I've been muted for the last, like, 2 minutes.
Whoops.
Think how much I've been enjoying the battle scene that we're running through. What a cool thing. You know we're coming. Make ready, my friends.
I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Ram her with the etheric ram.
Yes. Ram her. Ram her good.
I can read her every move. Out of my way. I'll torn you to pieces.
You. Oh.
Shit.
Hey. Oh, did you die?
I did. I got caught in a crossfire from the cannons and from her Terminus Est.
Oh no.
And of course, it couldn't checkpoint you to when you get to Fordola.
Of course not.
Because that makes too much sense. Like, there's a cutscene and everything. I do know the power.
If you kill that person that's fighting Elise, she'll help you DPS the boss.
Oh.
Oh, no worries.
I rammed her.
Rammed her good. Rammed her and rammed her and rammed her over again. I rammed her like 6 times during that fight.
I will not. But you will. Without your tricks, you're nothing.
So I had my thing stuck on auto, so I'm already through that last cutscene. So
All right.
Conrad, Mary, your own comrade. I should have killed you here and now for what you did.
I have fixed the auto problem.
But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Timaya. Pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we worked so hard to build. We were fighting for our people's freedom. You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that. Now, my friend. I'm taking her back now. Alive. She's going to answer for what she's done. He commands power. Echoing
Now, if only we knew someone who was like a master at slaying icons. You know?
right?
Just putting it out there.
the hunt, stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt.
back in the party. Alright, let's talk to Awful Nerd.
What a relief to have finally found her. Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. Could not have saved her without everyone's help. Tancred, Lys, Urianger, and of course you. But yes, there's still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Ordola's ominous words, for one.
Wait, hold on. Before we go any further. So what you're telling me is that they did this process on Fordola, predicting that she'll be the most powerful one we ever meet because she already had access to ether, and now she had extra access to ether, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is the MacGuffin that Urianger handed to us has single-handedly nullified the entire threat of that with off-screen work.
Of course.
What's this? Oh, it's
Tancred's eye patch.
it's Tancred's eye patch. All right,
Yeah.
and I will take whatever one of these I want to sell. That one. All right, this should be the legacy of our fathers.
Yep.
Alphino is a man with one less worry on his mind. Say that again.
I was just saying, yep. Lys is going to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through to the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. My search for Kral took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Ironvold and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetheryte, as I recall, with me.
No, we're gonna get the Aetheryte. Nice.
I found the current.
Oh, good job.
Oh. Aha! Up the stairs.
Do.
Alright, Ironvold.
You were doing Arnold, weren't you?
Gods, Cryle. So good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you.
Oh, I was doing cryo.
We'll be departing shortly for Porta Pretoria to rejoin the main host. Ironvold, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. I won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Adventurers, Cryle, let us be off then. Because I can.
I need to send a message. All right. Just having us come back here for... This is where we would pick up those 2 quests anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who are we talking to?
Rauban.
Rauban. All right. Talking to Rauban. Motherfucker, if I haven't earned a medal by now, I'm gonna kill everyone in this fucking porta. I have saved the planet literally 16 times at this point. The fact that I'm only a lieutenant in the Maelstrom is a fucking insult.
You haven't been rep grinding hard enough.
I shouldn't have to rep grind. They should have gone, oh, wait, you've defeated how much? I know it's extra stuff I can do to get promoted. The point is, I shouldn't have to. Melweb should go, oh, you're in the Maelstrom? You're the Warrior of Light? You should be like, I don't know, I've destroyed 3 Empire bases. I've liberated an entire fucking thing. I rule over the Azim Steppe on my own. I've killed 13 primals. 4 of them I've killed twice. And that's not to mention the amount of fucking Garleans I've killed. How am I a goddamn sergeant? I didn't expect that today. I'm just gonna take a sip of coffee. Calm down. Can someone do me a favor and clip that? Bob, promote me, damn it, world eaters. No. Don't expect me to save the world in 2 expansions or anything. Oh, sorry, not the world, all of reality. That's it. Got it. What are you after, a medal? dude. Fuck you so hard. We were so close. We were so Oh no, Natar just got blasted for the link. Can you DM it to me, Natar? On Discord? No, the link got taken out of chat, is what I'm saying. What are we saying here? I think we should say the second person. Right?
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these resonant have been granted the power of recovery via artificial means. A sobering thought to say the least. One which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Thank you for that clip.
We've got female friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now I feel like we could take on anyone who would. And I mean anyone.
Nevertheless, let us proceed with all due caution. Yes?
Yeah, I'm in favour of saying the second one. What about you?
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I'll think again. Right, I'd best get back to the residential building. Thankfully, the resistance forces are waiting.
Love you, Cryo. Alright, talking about awful nerd. Oh, you're not having a cutscene.
Alright, Alpha, no, where are you at? There you are. If I may, General, is there aught the adventurers and I can do to assist with the final preparations? I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we were ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you have no objections, I'd be glad to have you do the honors. You were instrumental in the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring the end of the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope.
And I've still not been promoted! Sorry, what?
Some might judge it an empty gesture or a worse waste of your talents, but I would know it would mean much to everyone here.
Since we're running around, do we want to pick these quests up?
Sure.
Just have them in our log. Alright. We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there.
Now they seem to be at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. Sir Amoric. Ha. But you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. Stop hitting on me, you creepy man! You who stood with us in our direst hour, you will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen, and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall come a small way to redressing the balance. Creepy man! Creepy man! All is ready, very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the element's blessings go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. Time then. Though this is not my kith of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. It is not like to be bested by a gate. Bump, bump.
I feel like since we're getting ready for this, I should put on this. Where are you at? Yoink. Huh.
A right to rest. Bertha seeks aid in quieting the dead. Bertha, sorry.
Ah, adventurer, I need your aid in saving the souls of the dead. I pray excuse me. I sounded more dramatic than I intended. My name is Betha, by the way. You probably heard now that the Empire took great pains to quash the religions of this land, for fear of the appearance of primals. But the Imperials even went so far as to forbid the harmless ceremonies folk performed to honor their fallen. As a result, the Locks are now haunted by a host of restless shades who were denied their last rites, and sadly, brute force is the only way to banish them. I spend such spare time as I have sending these spirits onto the next world. There's only so much one woman can do. Any aid you could offer would be greatly appreciated. You will find many a quiet spectre roaming the tombs to the northeast. Pray, send them on to their final rest.
Alright. Unifrid. It's a zoo out there. Winifred sees a secret adventurer for an important task. Kill a big bird. Adventurers, you're well known for your deeds as a soldier. On this day, however, I would call upon your broad experiences as an adventurer. As for the situation, it would seem the part of our patrol route has been claimed for territory by a fearsome zoo nestling. Yet we cannot simply choose to circumvent the area lest we risk providing an unobserved entry point for Imperial scouts. The men and I will gladly go toe-to-toe with any military opponent, but nothing in our training has prepared us to combat a foe which can soar through the ravines and swoop down on us with impunity. My comrade here almost lost his arm to such an attack. What, comrade? Where? There's no comrade. There's literally no one here, dude. And if it's only a matter of time ere the creature makes a kill, let you kill it first. The nesting surveys the domain from a narrow pillar to the rock to the northeast. Pray find this predator and end the threat to our patrols. Alright, so now we've just got those in our... And they are all ways away. Why you haven't put your Maelstrom tablet on your chocobo?
Oh, I should, shouldn't I? There we go.
I still only have my basic bitch yellow chocobo. Alright, talking about Rauban.
It is done then. Thank you for honoring the old bull.
Maelstrom, Edda, and its Guardian forces are in position, General.
Resistant forces in the Alamein corridor are ready and await our signal. Naught left to do but the deed itself.
Rauban. The measure of his reach, which is the penultimate quests
Yep.
for Stormblood. Rauban has a personal favor to ask of you.
Right then. I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge to the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Bibbin has command of artillery outside the gate. He'll not be hard to find. But before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He'll understand.
There's 2 more quests.
Yep, they
2 more
probably.
big quests on top.
Yep, I think that we now have these. We can pick up the last 2 for the.
Dorothy. If I were a fish, Lieutenant Dorothy needs a soldier who knows how to swim. I've spoken with members of the Scions, and if I may be so bold as to ask, is it true that you've learned some Far Eastern technique for moving underwater as freely as a fish? Kind of. And it was not an exaggeration. Incredible. Would you be willing to put that ability to use for us? If so, I have an agent stationed underneath those towering steps by the lock. Would dearly love to speak with you. Right. And back at the bottom of the stairs. Right, so let's go with chocolate. How do you turn off mount music again?
Um, It's under setting, system configuration. Yeah, so Control K, and then under the audio settings.
Play music while mounted. Thank you.
Yep.
Are they tempered? Jazultia has a troublesome task for an adventurer.
The famous soldier. You're them, aren't you? The famous soldier and adventurer. Might be that I'm asking above my station, but I could use your help with a bit of a problem. I've been tasked with rounding up a couple of nasty wavekin, and I have to admit to the fact that they're too much for me to handle. For a hero like you, however, I suspect they'd be not more than a spot of light exercise before breakfast. Have you seen those monstrous yabbies crawling about the south of the White Isle? I have some large hemp sacks you can use to drag them back here. Just be sure to tire them out a bit beforehand. Any fight left in them and they'll rip right through the sack with those spiky tails of theirs.
$158 yalms to the east. So it should be right the fuck over here. Oh, there it is. $642 yalms to the east.
You know what? We're heading in that general direction anyway to get to Pippin.
We are. We are indeed. I don't know, there's just something about a yellow chocobo, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the color that chocobos are meant to be.
I found a Phobad.
Oh, those remind me of a character from Final Fantasy 9? Is it up?
It might be up where Pippin is.
I'll go So it'll be the top of these stairs. Yeah, it's on the round thing there.
And then
Compass does not detect any nearby current.
oh, because we found them all.
Yep, so we've just got to do all these quests now.
Yep.
You guys are doing a great job of securing this area, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely slap bang up. Like 10 out of 10, no notes. You guys could just walk about 10 feet that way and give me a shove emote that actually shoves people, that would be great. Talking to Pippin.
Adventurers. Alphino. What's that you've got there?
By the 12th, this is. Sorry, that's you. Fuck.
But by the 12th, this is Tizona, the bull of Alamiga's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades. This sword is the symbol of everything my father fought to achieve, a weapon claimed in the blood sands, and with the fortune and glory, its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there'll be no respite till it's over. Are you ready, my friends?
Hint, hint, this is the point of no return.
Very well. Brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectacle.
Vice Marshal! Vice Marshal! The Imperial unit approaching from the north.
And to destroy artillery, are they? How many?
Total numbers unconfirmed. At least 1 squadron, sir. They're wolfmen.
Virae Dominate. Bloody hells. That's all we need. Call up the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Master of Sarupin. Wait. These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their Imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. I am loath to give our enemy any more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. With me.
Going this way.
We will wait here for the
That
Lupin.
thing in front of us is amazing.
The
Creeping
Adelia.
Yeah. Proceed.
Still yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. They come.
They too have used the Imperial ram. You clear the road.
Honorable
Yeah,
warriors
yeah.
of Doma,
Wake up.
my name is Alfno Levier, and I come with you to bear news of great import.
Silence, boy. You stand upon a battlefield. Be gone, or be cut down.
Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yotsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there. We helped him. There's no need for you to fight for Xenos.
Odin is dead, and you're a liar. What could a boy such as you do with magic? Throw stones and spit curses. Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. Suffer no falsehoods.
I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain.
Your claims were true. We would gladly sheathe our blades and embrace as brothers. Since they must surely be false, it would be traitors to accept our lives and those of our loved ones.
Words
Words
are
are air.
air. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield. Die in dishonor. Dude, you're telling me I'm just gonna do a bunch of AoE? Only that one explosive. You lot of fuck! Truly, must we fight to prove that we need not fight? We're no strangers to battle. That much is plain. I am the White. I am Hakuro. I will be your opponent. Have at you. as you claim to be.
Alright, I'm out.
Get you invited back. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men, and perhaps even me. You did not. For this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation.
We should be glad to do so.
In return, such joy this news brings us. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken us by such treachery, there is no justice. I'm going to regret this voice. What are we saying?
Eyes forward, he wished no better death.
Yeah. Even though I still think he's not dead. We know him well. He will not suffer us to mourn with so much undone. So much we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation and your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. Fang and claw shall rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears.
Thank you. And when our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma.
It's a curious thing, destiny. To meet us with the friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. But we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done.
Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate.
Look at those Lalafell.
Oh, it's the Black Mages Guild. They're all cousins or something like that.
Making it hot and cold. Nice. Yeah, Pippin ain't playing around, that's for sure. No, man. Say we neglected the knock. Hi, Lamau. Dude, couldn't you have gotten here like 10 minutes earlier so I didn't have to fight that goddamn wolf?
Yeah, exactly.
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters. Doma has come to pay her debts. Lord here. We will deal with the flying machines. Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice. You heard the man. All cannons resume firing. We're through. The way is clear.
All right, Pippin.
Alright, before we do that, I have a thought. So we usually finish about 6:30, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's 5:40 now. We still have a dungeon and a trial and all of the requisite cutscenes to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should focus on not doing that today. I seem to remember there being like 20 to 30 minutes plus worth of cutscenes at the end of each expansion.
Yeah.
And then we still have to do all the other bullshit around it. Maybe we should just go do these Ether Current quests and focus on finishing on Friday. Like, we started 2 and a bit hours early today, and it still wasn't enough.
Yep.
So let's talk to Pippin. You could go until you had the dungeon unlocked at least. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. That's a good idea, Natara.
No, the dungeon comes as part of this next quest that we're about to go into. Impeccable timing, those demons. Come, comrades! The enemy's gate is down. Forward!
Yeah, because we're about to start the last quest, which is Stormblood. And I think it might be nice to just pick that up at the beginning of the next. Or do you want to try and do some...
Oh, let's check
Some of
look
the-
at something. Look at something quick.
Let's see how far in the dungeon is.
It looks like there's a cutscene and then it jumps right into the dungeon.
Well, let's do the cutscene then. And then go do the...
Yeah. Get the dungeon.
Last, the end is in sight. Accept.
Because then if we get to all the way to the dungeon part, then Friday, it doesn't matter where we're standing. We can...
Yeah, we can just jump into it.
The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance to the city proper. Adventurers, Alphino, might I ask that you take part of the first charge? 'Twould be our honor. I will join them, but as another soldier. I command the flames. The command of the flames I leave in your capable hands, Pippin.
Don't suppose we could come along too?
Please, Ironvold.
Nago and the others told me to go with you. To bring Xenos to account. For everyone.
I'm an Alamigan too, in case anyone's forgotten. My place is in the thick of it, and it doesn't get thicker than where you'll be. Let us sally forth then. Together we'll make for the royal palace, there to find and strike down Xenos. And
There
there's
we
the
go.
dungeon.
We could run the dungeon, maybe. Or do we want to just do it all at once in the next stream?
I think just do it all at once in the next stream.
Alright.
Where's the thing? I just want to see who the NPCs we can take are. Alphino, Lys, and ooh, Rauban.
Ooh.
That's pretty dope.
So just to, So I'm guessing we start normal time on Friday then.
Yeah, we can probably start a little earlier if we wanted to.
Alright. Let's do that. What time early on Friday?
That I'll have to let you know when I'm done with
Okay.
my errands, because I'm getting my hair cut and doing a couple other errands.
Okie dokie. I think we're gonna have to go down the stairs, mate.
I found more stairs.
Have you, or have you just found the edge of a bridge?
Oh, I found stairs.
Okay. Alright, so Natara, I will let you know what time we're going to start streaming on Friday. Because if you want to be part of the dungeon and the trial, it'd be nice to have you there.
Healers.
As long as it's not too early.
I will say that probably 2 o'clock Eastern is probably the earliest we'll go.
I don't think we need to go the full two.
Yeah,
o'clock Eastern.
it might be like a 3 o'clock.
3:30, maybe 3:30 start.
Yeah.
That gives us 3 hours to do everything.
Oh no! I tripped into the water.
Which one is this? This is the If I Were a Fish.
Yep.
This is the one about going underwater.
Yep. Lieutenant Dorothy said that you might be on your way. Get ready to get your boots wet, are you? I should probably begin from the beginning. One of us, the soldiers we captured during the Battle of Kastamabania, was concealing a map on his person. The map was marked with a curious symbol, but no matter how hard we cajoled or threatened, the prisoner would not tell us the symbol's significance. Naturally piqued the curiosity of our commanders, and they immediately ordered a search for the marked area. Now the problem is, that area mostly covers the water, and we found nothing of interest up above, meaning the secret, whatever it is, must be down below. We were eager to enlist someone with your apparent talent for underwater exploration. I've circled a spot for you on your map we'd like you to investigate, but if it turns out to be something you bring back up, pray do so. Be careful down there. Oh shoot, and this fate that's right here is specters we need to kill anyway.
Oh. Do we need to kill Spec? Oh, we do. I should level sync then. Pressing the AOE button. Get you topped off. Hey, hey.
Alright. Now,
we go underwater. Underwater chocobo. I wonder if this chocobo has had the spell cast on it as well, because otherwise I'm drowning a bird. Was that it?
Think so.
All right. Anything of interest? Looks like an Imperial material crate. I doubt anyone would bother seeking ordinary supplies. I say we take a look inside. Noel's breath. This thing's filled to the brim with gems and jewelry. I can tell these seem to be Gear Albanian design. In fact, I'll say this collection is damn near of royal quality. The bottom of a lock is not where I choose to keep such valuables, so it's safe to say that they're required in a less than honest fashion. Our prisoner likely hoping to hide them down there until his stint in the army was over. Rebuilding a country is an expensive job, eh? Alamigo's royal family is no more. We should return these to her citizens nonetheless. Thank you for braving those waters. Pray report to Lieutenant Dorothy. We'll see the crate is transported safely back to headquarters.
The zoo out there is the next nearest one.
The door, yeah. Let's go kill us a Boyd. Up. See?
Yeah, there's.
Over here, Jordan.
Oh, I see it. Coming.
The trick here is not getting knocked off, right?
I believe so. Oh, that salt goes.
I
Followed me.
think I murdered it. So now we got to do the yabbies.
Yep. Shoop. Oh.
Oh, Jordan's dead.
Fortunately, I think you have to fall like twice in order to actually die from fall damage in this game. Or fall and then immediately aggro something.
Take other damage, yeah. We have to bag up some yabbies, huh?
Yep.
An enormous sack made of closely woven hemp. Several rips appear to have been repaired with thick twine. A small bag, perhaps of some acorn, or a large fucking dinosaur. I love that you can hear the fighting from here.
Yep. Alright, bagging. Did you get that?
All right, I got that. Did you get that?
I got it. Alright, bagging.
I did not get that.
Alright, let's snag you one more.
Alrighty, let's go turn them in.
Teleports away.
Thank you.
Oh, Lieutenant Dorothy's up here. That's
Yeah.
right.
Dorothy! Welcome back, Lieutenant. Was there all to be found? Fortune is stolen jewelry, was it? That explains the prisoner's unwillingness to share. As my agent explained, we will see to it that those valuables are returned to the Alamegans' coffers. Thank you. This will go a long way to helping the nation recover from the ravages of war.
Unifred? The nestling is slain then. I knew I'd chosen the right woman for the job. I'm grateful you came along before any lives were lost to that monster spared. You have our thanks.
Betha! Your efforts will be felt, adventurer. When the Seattle was yet under the yoke of the Empire, my own father lost his life in the fight for freedom. But although our conquerors permitted me to build him a gravestone, they would not allow me to perform his final rites as the teachings the Fist of Ralga demanded. It was later that I heard how a ghostly apparition was seen floating near his grave. I should have performed the ceremony. The Empire's laws be damned. I should have more courage. I was afraid to die. Ashamed at the cowardice I showed then, began seeking out other shades, spectres to put to rest. It is a seemingly unending path, and I thank you for walking even a few steps in the way alongside me. This gentleman called Egon you should probably speak to.
Were you able to capture those?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Were
Sorry.
you able to capture those yabbies for me? Oh, those are some lively nippers. I'd best get them in the pen before they tear their way free. Good thing they're ill-tempered, though. Why is it, you ask? Well, just between you and me, we're planning on using the yabbies as a secret weapon to disrupt Imperial military camps. I'd love to see the look on a Garlean officer's face to find one of these beauties running wild in his command tent. Thank you. I was growing tired of sewing up the holes in those gigantic sacks. Alright. So that just means all we have to do is finish Stormblood and we can fly all over Stormblood.
Yeah. All right, 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Do we want to end up early or do something else?
I think Ender, can't think of what else to try to knock out.
All right.
So we'll send Bob off to go find us a raid target. As such, thank you all for coming and checking us out today on our stream. Please make sure you follow us here and follow us on any of the 4 major microblogging platforms, because we post every time we go live. Twitter, we are 321 Podcast. Blue Sky, we are 321tv.bsky.social. Threads, we are at 321tv under 321_tv.live. And Mastodon on the mastodon.social server, we are at 321_TV. If you want to catch whatever you may have missed in a past stream, please check out our YouTube channel, bit.ly/321_Y for YouTube instead of TV. Where I've been trying to co-stream so that those archives are up there for people to go rewatch should they ever want to. Also check out our wee little merch store. Basketball shorts, sweatpants, sweatshirts, polo shirts, cups, and desk mat. 321-tv-shop.fourthwall.com.
All right. We're going to raid Angie the Ace,
Nice.
who's doing some Yakuza 3 Remastered. Just a small note, we will be back here on Friday. We'll be trying to start a little bit earlier, and we will be finishing Final Fantasy 14 4.0.
Indeed.
And depending on how long all the cutscenes take, starting 4.1.
Indeed.
After we've made a trip to wherever the vendor is and spent some poetics.
Yeah.
That being said, take it away, Jordan.
Guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all those beyond that spectrum. In the words of the 16th President of these United States, Abraham Lincoln, please be excellent to each other. Party on gender-specific honorifics, and we will see you
Next time.
Peace.